You feeling better, Tammy?
I'm not nauseated anymore. I took nausea medicine, but my stomach ain't no better. My head still hurts.
It must be you must have felt pretty bad you didn't go to church. Hey, kitty cat. Hello, Jana Jane. I can't get Tammy up and going, y'all. She getting like the rest of us. That retired life, you learn quick. Hey, Teresa. I'm showing 5 people in here. And 28 people. Hope she gets to feeling okay. Yeah, you hey Tammy, she loves church better than anybody you ever seen. And if she don't go to church, you know she's feeling bad. Don't have to watch the clock anymore, Danny. Oh yeah, yeah. But you can't go outside and do nothing. Like, man, who wants to? Does anybody know what that building right there is? Any of y'all know what that building is? There's a silent viewer sitting back talking about, yeah, I know what it is. Yeah, it is. I'm having trouble with that building right there. I've been thinking about this stuff. And that building right there troubles me. Hello there, Sandra. Hello there, Living Life. Hey, Thelma Wild Rose. Thelma, you want to get on here with me? Hello there, Stephen. That's cause it goes you ground. Oh, hello there, Wilder. That's cause it goes, underground. Yeah, I've thought about that too, Steve. Oh, Thelma's cooking. You want to get on here, Stephen? You want to get on here with me? Hey, Yolanda, Chef Cat. Oh, Stephen don't want to get on here. Probably got a bunch of wild women over there, y'all. They sold it. Somebody bought it. They gonna plan on turning it into a resort. Yep. Hey, T Sleep. Hey, Diana. You know, I've been thinking about this stuff, y'all, pretty hot and heavy. I've already, studied about it and stuff. Now I'm, just thinking about it and stuff. And, I think, I'm up to date on, knowing what the public knows. I'm just kind of thinking about, you know, trying to see in the dark. Hey, Danny, it's Sweeping Sisters. Hey, Danny, it's Sweeping Sisters, Liberty, South Carolina. It's 99. Sweeping Sisters. Oh,
South Carolina.
Liberty.
Oh, Liberty, South Carolina.
Oh, hey, welcome, Kim. Hey, Beatrice. Oh, Tammy ain't feeling good, y'all. And I'm having a hard time getting her doing videos, which I know she wouldn't today. Oh, it might be there. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember seeing Kim. Hey, Kim, are you from Grandma's channel? I put a little promotional video on Grandma's channel. Yeah, Tammy's sitting in here. She's sitting in here. She's looking at her, doing her game, y'all, on that phone. I'm going to tell y'all something about this building right here. Uh, in a minute, I'm kind of waiting to see if I hear from Kim saying a prayer for you to feel better. Yeah, she's sitting in here, y'all. She don't like on the mic. I got another mic she could get on here. I took a little clip of Grandma and Tammy where we was talking about the actors, and I know it won't get as many views as she usually does, because a lot of people don't watch it. A lot, like 2,800 people or 3,000. I don't even really know, but it's a lot of people done watched it. And I mean, it's still just getting views, like it ain't never stopped. It's still getting views. I went and looked at it. Uh, look, I went and looked at the stats on the video, and it's about as high as the stats is about as high as I've ever seen on a long video like that. Actually, tell me what William's saying there, Tim. Actually, it's high for a short video.
She said she would do it live. He talked to Reagan Bobs. Yesterday she done for someone else. She said she'd do a live with you.
Who is that, William Reagan Box? Yeah, but anyway, y'all, I took that video and put it on Grandma's channel. And people are so confused. People thought it was live. people didn't know what that video was. I mean, I don't even know if y'all seen it. I don't know if y'all seen it because, see, that's on Tammy's channel, but it's full video on Tammy's channel. But I was just sitting there looking at the comments and stuff, and people was just confused. And I finally, I finally went in there and put in there, that it's a clip from Tammy's channel. Then they quit saying anything. Yeah, I mean, I ain't never heard of her, William. Hey, William, you know what this picture here is of? I know you do. Hey, well, good, William. I'm here to tell you, y'all, the deep state, they here to stay. I don't think it's possible to get rid of the deep state. I ain't gonna say too much about Epstein and stuff, but I'm gonna say a little bit. Hey, William, that's on Epstein Island right there. They call it the Temple. Hey, when I start talking here, y'all might have to quit looking at the comments because there ain't no way you can. It's kind of aggravating to me for somebody to be trying to tell something and they looking at the comments and then they start all over again that's something that gets on my nerves. I mean, damn, quit looking at the comments and say what you're gonna say. Then look at the comments. Oh, this building right here, y'all, is on Epstein Island. It hadn't got no lock on the inside. The onlyest lock is on the outside. And that there troubled me. Oh, if you get locked in there outside, you can't get out. And like I say, y'all, I've been thinking about this. Does anybody else know of something that the lock is on the outside? I want you to think about it because they are. That's right, Tina Rose. Tammy guessed it too, and I ain't told her. A jailhouse has got a lock on the outside and no lock on the inside. That that thing is soundproof. That building is soundproof. Hey, Pamela. And I told y'all before I think in my sleep. And and I have been. But I can't force knowing. It has to come to me like like y'all might not realize it, but if you are in the woods and you get lost, you are lost. You don't know which way to go. You can think you know which way to go, but if you knew which way to go, you wouldn't be lost. And you are lost until you figure out where you at. And and that's what I'm saying, y'all. It has to come to me. I'm not going to assume or guess. And it actually can be something simple, but it has to come to me, even if it is something simple. When Tammy talks to me, she thinks I ain't listening, but I'm actually listening real good and thinking about what she's saying, processing it. I mean, I'm like that. And when I'm listening to people talking and stuff, I'm I'm listening. And people tell me they think I'm through talking, but hell, I'm sitting there thinking. And I can think good and I can think true, but like I don't know it until I know it. That's where I am here. Look like a ladder or something on the side of that building, don't it? You know why that little strange building? They see they like the doors are don't have a door. I mean, it has a door, but it's made into the wall to look like the wall. It's not a door. It's not a door like the door in your house. It's made out of the same damn stuff that the building's made out of.
Probably only one way in or one way out.
Oh, I'm sure it's only one way in, one way out. And I noticed that is on a high piece of land, y'all. So there could be something under there. He's been at this stuff 25 years, y'all. And you know, Mr. T, y'all, he had talked about he was gonna come out with the list. People gonna be held accountable. All the right wing news was talking about it. I I'd like been waiting myself. And then he all of a sudden shut down. whenever they was like ready to release it, he shut down. And all the right wing news, a lot of the littler people, but they still popular. They just ain't Fox News and stuff like that. Steve Bannon, that Kirk guy, and a few more. Like, what I mean? They was hell bent, on hearing this, buddy. The list. And when Mr. T shut down, they kept going. And then one day, all of them shut down. I heard one of them say, I ain't going to talk about it no more. This is bigger than you can ever imagine. They got the call, didn't they, MJ? This stuff here, y'all, is so far crazy that the ordinary person say they ain't no way. They ain't no way they doing all that. I ain't got nothing ruled out. I mean, I'm telling them, check the thing here, make sure the volume's right. Yep, volume's right. Boy, like, I had like a 20-minute video I was going to show y'all. I'm going to show you a little bit of it. Like, if you seen this in a movie, I mean, it would be science fiction. And, before I show the video, I ain't going to show the whole video. But things just done got bad. I want y'all to listen to me now. They used to try to hide stuff. But they don't even try to hide no more. I mean, listen to what I'm saying. They don't care. They don't even try to hide it no more. They don't care if you did see them. Because you ain't going to do nothing about it anyway. Who are you? You remember what Clinton doing to Monica Lewinsky? I mean, they don't even. Hell, it reminds me of the woman that stole the video, and put it on her channel. Hell, they don't even care. What you think? I mean, have y'all noticed that? I'm talking about, the Russia hoax. We all know they was lying. If you even halfway keep up with it, we all know they was lying. And Joe Biden's suing with the laptop. They call it the laptop from hell. I've seen some of the pictures on it. They blame that on Russia. They hid that until after the election. The FBI hid that until after the election. They had that laptop a long time. And they knew it was true. What he done is he took a laptop to get it worked on. And that man seen it, what was on there, and turned it in to what's supposed to be the authorities. Uh, you know, I used to work on computers for y'all. You'd be surprised at how much shady stuff goes on by men. Hey, I ain't gonna come down on the men, but that's what mostly my business was. Let me explain it a little bit to you. What's on your computer you are responsible for. And if you got stuff on there, it shouldn't be on there. And you take it over town and they see it, they can call the police to you. And you're in trouble. You don't hear you don't hear about it a whole lot because they don't know why to talk about it. But like, you in trouble. I mean, I know some that's in prison and on probation. I know some. People I know. I couldn't hardly believe it. So, y'all, I know how to do the computer stuff and everything. And I went in one of our bedrooms, built a bunch of shelves and stuff. I set up 5 computer monitors, 5 keyboards, 5 speakers. And I'd say, when you bring the computer over, all I need is just you ain't got to bring the speakers and all that. Just bring the tower. And a lot of it was wanting me to get stuff off of it. Like their daughter's computer. They had pictures and stuff. And see, like, if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how to go get it off. But see, I like to know where all that stuff goes. What, Jamie? Well, it wasn't Jamie, it wasn't a hard drive space thing. No, they wanted that stuff off. They wanted that stuff off of the computer. And like, y'all, I made about $500 a week doing that. Right here, in the back room. And I was doing so good at it. It's getting bigger and bigger. You see, I could get viruses off the computer. I could, rerun the Windows. If your computer wouldn't come on, I could go in there to it and get the pictures off of it. The stuff that you needed. But there's actually a bigger demand for that than what you would think. But if you take across town, they'd liable to pick up the phone on you if there's some stuff on there that shouldn't be on there. All right, so y'all got me. So I was doing so good, I decided I was going to open me up a computer store. And I had done, one time I got mad and quit roofing for about 5 years. I got aggravated. I told y'all I'd quit something at a drop of a hat, man. And I mean, I had a little money too. And Tammy worked and everything's paid for. Me and Tammy ain't borrowed no money in 35 years. That's something we believe in. If you got to pay for it, if you got to get credit to pay for it, you got to want it mighty bad. And we ain't never seen nothing that we wanted to go in debt for. Do what, Tammy?
So not yet, but we're thinking about it. In June,
Oh yeah.
that's about the only thing you see.
And that's the way Stephen is, y'all. That boy ain't got no house payment, no truck payment, no kind of payment. He listened to me. It boy, he's free as a bird. I'm talking about God that made, boy. Let me figure out where I was at there. Yeah, like I don't know. I reckon me and Tammy could go buy a new car, but we don't want one. We don't want to pay full coverage, and pay. We don't want to pay, and we don't want to have to pay full coverage insurance. And Grandma done started talking about a car. I'm gonna try to talk her out of it. She still got a good car. She's telling me her car's old. She don't know what old is. I bet her car ain't got 50,000 miles on it. But anyway, y'all, I had this computer stuff going pretty good. I was going to open me up a store. Because I could work on 5 computers at one time. And then you could set it up where you could work on 10 at one time. You walk around the room and get this started, get the virus protection started, get this started, and you keep going around the room. That computer, when it would do what it was going to do, then it would stop. And, and like keep walking around the room, you come out, and then you do the next thing. So you're making more money than, like, if you take a computer to somebody and they fix it for $100, and I would be doing 5 computers while I was doing that one. Well,
She said drive it till it's done.
yeah, that Tammy said that's what we do. And so, y'all, I know how to. Yeah, when a car tears up, I know how to fix it. Most time I take it to. I got where when I got older, I take it to the mechanic and tell him what to do to it. I was like, I sit here and figure out what's wrong with it. But I hate doing mechanic work. So when I was going to open me up a store, I said, well, what I'll do is I'll put me a little ad in this bargain hunter and just fix leaks. Because y'all, I had a hell of a reputation for fixing leaks. To be honest with you, that's the best in the damn state of Georgia. You know what I mean? And I would, I'd tell them if I could fix it, I'd give you money back. And most time, when you get something like that, it'd be one more mess. Because they was trying to cheap. And somebody's brother-in-law knew how to do roofing. But like, not many people is an expert leak. A bunch of people can lay shingles. But there's not many people that can pinpoint a leak. I put that ad in the bargain hunter, put it in the newspaper. I was going to fix leaks. And I got slammed, you know. My phone like went off the hook. And, making triple the money I was on the computer. I kind of just let the computer stuff go. I probably should have kept doing it. If I had done it, I would probably quit. Let me see if I can find this video. I don't remember where I put it, y'all. And I got so many gigabyte. I got so many trigabyte on this computer. It ain't even funny. I got 2 hard drives in there. I'm looking in the second place now. I go look in the third place. I'm only going to play a little bit of it. Oh, I want to tell everybody that's in here right now. Grandma will be doing a little video later on tonight. So y'all don't forget about her. She'll be doing some stuff tonight. All right, y'all, here we go, a little bit of it.
That wanted full control. You wanted to control the votes of a senator, of a congressman, of a judge, or you wanted to control the money of a billionaire, or you wanted to control some royalty. If you wanted that level of control, you get them on film with the 12-year-old. You control them forever.
You're damn right. I'm going to play that part again, y'all, because he's actually bleeping words out here. If you listen, you will hear him bleeping words.
Entity that wanted full control. You wanted to control the votes of a senator, of a congressman, of a judge, or you wanted to control the money of a billionaire, or you wanted to control some royalty. If you wanted that level of control, you get them on film with the 12-year-old. You control them forever.
That plane. And yet he said he knew nothing that was going on. We know for a fact that girls were transported to that island, that they were trafficked. And we need to...
Woo!
People, why are they being videotaped? There's a reason for that. Marsha Blackburn, you got to get to the bottom of this. You owe it to us. You got to be asking the questions. You have authority. We're just the people here, wondering what happened. You have authority to get to the bottom of this, and don't be quiet about it. This is wrong. It's totally wrong. Bondi suggested that an Epstein list was on her desk. She clarified that. She didn't at least this is what she's saying now. She didn't specifically name the list. She said all of the information was on her desk. Okay, I'll give her that. But we believe that there is a list. There had to be a list. There had to be a flight log. There's always a flight log. Who?
Damn right, there's a flight log. You know, y'all, here's what gets me. Here's what gets me. The women senators and the congressmen, women, congresswoman. You know, women, the grown women, that means every one of y'all. Don't play about this kind of thing. If somebody would have messed with one of my youngest, they wouldn't have to worry about me. Tammy would proudly go to prison. That's how women are.
Hold people accountable when they work against children like this. A teen got $200 for the massage and another $200 for each new girl that she would bring in.
I knew that I was coming here to give a guy a massage and to make $200. It was never told to me that I would be molested by this man or anything like that.
By the end,
girls, and I've talked to a number of them, a lot of them are afraid of, we're not just talking Jeffrey Epstein, we're talking some of the most powerful people in the world. Jeffrey Epstein trafficked underage girls for 25 years.
You don't get this kind of protection out of nowhere. Something is going on.
He was either running his own blackmail business or someone was using him as a front for that.
This is my fault.
Somebody was using him, they said. Is right. But it wasn't somebody. It was bigger than somebody. Try to get to the
Billionaires merger, maybe whisper in a judge's ear, who knows? Until those tapes surface, every powerful name on the Epstein list, and there is a list, is just one phone call away from cooperating. So no, we don't finish with a tidy answer. We finish with a to-do list. Follow the postmortem money, his estate, the trust, the odd wire transfers that kept surfacing. Each one is a breadcrumb. Unseal the drives. Congress actually has the power to demand them. Why are they not?
Imagine this, the day after the real proof drops. Not rumors or flight logs, but undeniable footage of world leaders doing hideous, unmentionable things to children. The world reacts with horror. Governments crumble, markets collapse, chaos spreads. Why? Because when power is suddenly removed without a plan, a vacuum forms, and nature abhors a vacuum. Now imagine you hold that proof, evidence implicating presidents, billionaires, architects of global control. You could release it, or you could use it to force them to surrender, dismantle their networks, and retreat without war. That's not corruption, that's leverage. And leverage is how you remove power without triggering collapse. To the doubters who say Trump is on the list, ask yourself, if that were true, why did they deploy everything to stop him? Lawfare, fake investigations, a CIA-signed Russia hoax, even attempts on his life. If they had the leverage on Trump, they would have used it already. But they haven't, because they don't. I wish Trump didn't have to lie. I wish there were another way. Maybe this bizarre, out of sync with MAGA behavior is the wink and the nod. Maybe acting out of character is the message. This isn't about feelings. It's not about outrage or hashtags. It's about power and how it's strategically neutralized. You don't take down the Illuminati or New World Order. with a lawsuit. You do it with leverage. Silent, invisible, world-shaping leverage. My friends, we are all anonymous, and welcome to the real world.
And the reason why the Epstein list will not come out, like I've said from the beginning, is because it is an intelligence operation. The best form of currency right now for control and power in our world is videos or pictures of children being abused by certain adults. When you have those as leverage, you can control a person to make decisions that will shape nations and truly make the difference in both political, legal, business, and world economics. The moment you prosecute a pedophile that would be on that list, you lose the leverage on them, and you also risk them telling the rest of the story.
They risk them telling the rest of the story. The great one, Hodges, I love you. Hey, I love you too. I mean, let me get my thoughts together, you know. They don't, alien, they don't actually want to use what they got on them. They just want to wave it in front of the face and say, you better do this or else. When I played that, y'all, why would the numbers go down some? Anybody got any idea why some of the... I mean, let's face it, you know, they didn't want to hear that. Reckon why, y'all? You reckon it could be because it's like hitting a little close to home or something? Anybody have any idea? Hey, Annie. You know, I can, you have any idea, Tim? I mean, probably about 10 people left. And I mean, you know, somebody's got to be a man here somewhere. Somebody's got to be a man. Somebody got to have some balls, ain't they, Slim? I'm just kind of looking over the comments, y'all. You know, all of us together, y'all, are smart. Y'all know that, then it's hard to take in. And that guy's words are frightening. That guy's words is a little skinny computer geek that people think is stupid. Stays behind a computer 20 hours a day. That's what them anonymous people do. I've heard that before there, Diana, thank you. Everybody says they always walk away with something whenever they hear my videos. Y'all know the P. Diddy thing, the trial. I actually think this is about the same thing. You know, he had hidden video cameras up. He's a billionaire. Epstein wasn't a billionaire. P. Diddy's a billionaire. I think it's the same thing. You know, I bet there's people out there. No, they ain't shared the list. They said they ain't no list. I would bet my life there is a list. And they have his girlfriend in jail. Somebody told me they didn't think she was in jail. They don't understand, Kathy. Yeah. Let's say I have some viewers y'all talk to sometimes. They said the same thing Kathy just said. People don't understand what I'm saying. Some people don't know, don't care. Don't know, don't care. When I found out, hey y'all, I've been keeping up with this, on TV. They said, I have the names on my desk. Fit to release it. The names. And then they all of a sudden ain't got a list. All of a sudden they ain't no list. And them women politicians, they stand there with their mouths shut. That surprises me. I heard them this morning. Asking, I can't remember what that senator's name is, but she's the one I said, I always say she looks like she needs to be in the kitchen frying some chicken or something. They asked her a question and everything they asked was turned back on Mr. T. Everything they asked. Oh yeah, I know there's a list. But they saying ain't no list. They got a flight log. They know who's been there. So I've actually, oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say now. So when I seen them on TV talking about there ain't no list, I got mad for about 4 hours. I'm talking about like just ill as a hornet. Like Tammy said, what's wrong with you? Because I've been waiting a long time for these people to go down. And these people are going to get away with it. And then women, senators, and congresswomen, they sitting there with their mouth shut. In the good old boys club, it really surprises me about the women. I am disappointed in the women because they know. Trust me, they know. I mean, it ain't just some of them, they all know. Already have what, Kathy? Yeah. Yeah, they are, Angela. Yeah, they are, girl. They was like over 1,000. I mean, they are grown women now, you know? You got that right. Yeah, they scared Angela. Oh, yeah. I got you now, Kathy. I've been waiting for you. Yeah, they already got away with it, you know. And, you know, that's the one thing to me that's unforgiving. But I'm not a Christian, see. So a Christian might think different. But to me, it's unforgiving. I doubt I'll ever change my mind. They didn't know. They was lied to. I went over there to put the antenna up. I've talked about it a little bit before. There was one about that same age over there. Had short pants on, pretty little girl. She was watching cartoons, y'all. The worker was over there looking at her. He wasn't just looking, he was staring. I said something to him about it. That stupid ass man didn't know I was standing there looking at him while he was staring at that girl. That girl's daddy, I know him. He was good enough to let us go over and do it. He trusted me that much to let us go over there and do it. And then I take a man with me that's doing that. And like I say, I know his daddy. I would be scared to tell his daddy, because I know what he would do. Huh? Her daddy, Tammy said. I have friends that's done similar stuff like this. Old friends. Went to prison. Done got out. They think everybody's forgot. Ain't nobody forgot nothing. Seen one of them down in the store, he spoke to me. I walked by him and didn't ever take my eye off of him. I ain't say nothing. Unforgiving, y'all. You know who I'm talking about, Tim? Have I ever told you it was? They live down there in front of Linda, Tim. Oh, not, yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about him and his brother, Tim, but The other one that had the little one over there, I went to put an antenna up. They also live across from Linda.
Oh, okay.
You know, the little house used to keep Stephen, you know, her husband or one of them or something or other. I don't know if I forgive.
You saved him. There's a part of me there.
Them people need to be held accountable. It's sickening. I'm talking about sickening on my damn stomach. Because I can see them now. Laughing. All the men laughing. Best buddies. And boy, y'all don't want Kathy to get on here with me. She'll get my channel throat slap off of YouTube. With all she knows. Because she's been studying a long time. Thanks she told me since 2010. And some of the stuff she says. See, it sounds made up. She told me, don't rule nothing out. I said, I ain't ruling nothing out. I ain't eliminating nothing in my mind. She said it about consumed her. Husband was worried about her taking so much information in with nowhere to go. You know what I mean by nowhere to go? Like you know it, now what you do. I can see them good old boys. Like whenever they standing there talking and shaking hands, laughing. That's the part I can see, not the other part. But I can see them all best buddies, hugging, laughing, taking a sip of the drink. trying to act like one of them's a little better than the other. And they're all there for the same thing. I wish I'd let it go. It needs to be let go. Me and Kathy ain't gonna change nothing. Hell, we can't even change the woman that stole the video. She's like the politicians, you know. Like, hell, we know it. Everybody know it. You all know it. She knows we know it. She knows we know she stole the video. She don't give a shit. You know, standing there with that Bible in her hand, you know. See, that's what double bad is. When you know better, hey Charles. When you know better and you do it anyway. Hey, Kathy, maybe you ought to make a video about it, you know, being in the Bible. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of that stuff you can say, Kathy, you know. Just need to watch it, you know. Yeah, she don't care. But, you know, like, in thinking about it, y'all, that's what it reminds me of. You know what I mean? The people, I ain't talking about the people coming to see Epstein. I'm talking about the people behind him. Don't care. You ain't gonna do nothing. Which is what made me think about the woman that stole the video. Hell, man, she don't care what you think. I mean, you know what I mean? That's fact. If Tammy doing that, and then she found out that she doing something you wasn't supposed to do, she'd be talking about get this off of there, get this off of here. That's the difference in the two people, see. She's like that about Facebook too. She don't want nobody putting no junk on her page. She'll block them in a heartbeat. I ain't talking about happy birthday and stuff like that. And Grandma is just as bad. She don't want nobody putting no controversial stuff. Neither one of them. Yeah, I never look at mine. She said, I want them off. I want them gone. I don't want to never see them again. I went in there one day and on Tammy's channel and blocked 100 people. She don't care one bit. Some of them's kinfolk. You know, Judy, I mean, I still like the president. But man, he's one man. Let me tell you something you remember. Deep state. Deep states all over the world. Heard a man talking about vote these people out. Why do you keep voting for them? Why don't you vote these people out? It's almost impossible to vote them out. If they don't want you running, you ain't gonna run. If you run for politics, if they don't want you to run, you ain't gonna run. The people that run has money given to them. You get up there and try to run, they won't even nobody even know who you are. People in your town won't even know you. It's almost impossible to get them out. Here's what Kathy told me. She said, it don't matter which side of the aisle they on. They don't care which one gets elected. They gonna all follow the same master, is what Kathy says. I think that might be true, except for Mr. T. Mr. T is a billionaire, y'all. And he had enough people behind him. They tried to stop him, you know. But he had, a lot of people standing behind him. They couldn't stop it. They tried. And they want him gone now. One of them girls was talking. They found drugs in her house. And she went to prison. The man told another young one that he'd done it to the other girl that went to prison. And don't let it happen to you. And I don't know how. Oh, yeah, Casey. Yeah, Casey, maybe you can shed some light about the Bible part of this. She knows the Bible, y'all. And that's the problem with Kathy. That's the problem, y'all. She knows what she's talking about. And when she hears something that ain't right, she can't help it. It drives her insane. And there's some more too. There's a good many of y'all that know the Bible now. There's another woman knows the Bible. I said, don't go listen to him if it drives you nutty. Kathy too. She's like sitting there waiting. They both of them sitting there. Waiting for something to be quoted wrong or something to be said wrong. I said, what the hell are y'all doing? I said, what the hell are y'all over there listening for? You don't know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. But they go over there and listen. And Tammy said on her channel, y'all, that she said that Tammy knows the Bible too, but she don't. Tammy, do you call it quoting scriptures?
I guess it's different what kind of person and sitting there telling them. Everybody has to read it and get it for themselves. But they sure don't need to be out there misquoting.
Yeah, okay. So she's scared she will misquote something. It's all a terrible mess, ain't it, y'all? It is, sure, man. You don't hear me talking too much, trying to act like a Christian and everything. Hey, Wanda, I wish they would. I wish they would. Hillary, she was one of the guys. But like, women is more truthful than men. If you don't, if you ain't BSing a woman, they won't BS you. I think that's a good idea, Wanda. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, everybody knows women didn't like her, Wanda. That's what I'm talking about, Chef Cat. They behaved worse than some 9-year-old bad boys do. That's what I'm talking about. I can see. As plain as day. I can see it right now. But they better than us. I don't know, Kathy. Like, women can be hard-headed now. Any women are too emotional to be president. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that before, Cindy. But you see what we got with the good old boys club? I don't see how in the hell it could be any worse with a woman up there. As long as there wasn't a man telling her what to do. Seems it got to be the right woman. That's the problem, y'all. That's the problem, is men telling women what to do. Like that Kamala, men was telling her what to do. Megyn Kelly, y'all remember on the debate, the first one that time? I bet you $100 somebody put her up to ask the question. A man put her up to asking the question. So you've talked about women, to Donald Trump. Said, you've talked about women. You called them fat pigs. And, a big old sentence. And he said, only Rosie O'Donnell. But a man put her up to asking that question. She probably didn't do that on her own, because she knows she knows better. I mean, I can tell you right now, she knows better. And I mean, Fox News fired her. She was doing what she was told to do. I bet you a man told her to do that. I reckon I can take the earphones off now, can't I, y'all? Hello there, Miss Pretty Woman. That's the problem, y'all. Men telling women what to do. And the men that's saying it's supposed to know. Did you know, y'all, on Tammy's videos, I don't tell her what to say or what to do. Because I don't want to break the mold. She does better than me. So what would I look like trying to tell her what she ought to do? But I mean, she probably would listen if I said don't do this and don't do that. But I don't want to mess her up. I want her to stay genuine like she is. Hey, if she makes a mistake, she makes a mistake. But she's genuinely doing it. Grandma too, y'all. The only thing I tell Grandma is the only thing I tell her, y'all. Grandma thinks a lot of the stuff she does y'all don't care about. And she couldn't be no more wrong in her life. I said, Grandma, why don't you wait and do that on your life? They don't care about seeing me cleaning up and burning a fire. I said, yes, they do. And I know y'all do. She don't understand that y'all ain't just in there watching her, but you also meeting with all your friends and chatting. Silent viewers is watching. Grandma, they watching y'all. And she does a ton of stuff. Grandma does a ton of stuff that y'all don't see. And maybe, hey, Betty, I ain't seen you in a while. Maybe, since Tammy's been going down there, maybe Grandma can save some of that stuff that she's saying y'all don't want to see. One of Grandma's excuses is, well, I can't talk. You want to see somebody that don't talk? Go watch Steven. Hey, look at here. He liable go 10 minutes without even saying something, anything. And I mean, have 500 people watching. And I ain't joking. Well, somebody told me he's on there shaving. But yeah, the thing about Grandma is she thinks y'all don't care. That's the honest thing, hey, Nicole. That's the honest thing that I've tried to get her straight about, and every time I've tried to tell her, I failed. They don't want to watch that. I said, yes, they do, Mama. She's always like doing stuff, y'all. She's always peeling and wiring something up. Do what, Tim? Yeah, yeah. Tim said that's why she's give out. Yeah, I mean, maybe I can talk to Tim and I mean, when Grandma can put these mics on Grandma and Tammy, mic them up, let them get out there and hell, let Tammy help her. If I go down there, I'm gonna sit cheered. But Tammy will be that Tammy, she's a worker, And Grandma don't understand, that like she don't understand it like just everybody just loves her. So I don't tell her nothing else, I just say, why don't you do that on video? That's all I tell her. Somebody like that, you don't want to break the mold. And somebody like me has a lot of influence. You see, I know that. That's why I always be real careful about what I say to people, whether it's YouTube or in person. People respect what I think, and I know that. But I try to be real careful, about what I say. You know that Grandma could damn go grocery shopping and have 500 people watching? They say, I know it, and you know it, but she don't know it. It done rained here 2 times. Oh, that's Jane. It's done rained here 2 times today. Probably gonna rain again. Grandma needs to take us to the dollar store. Hey, y'all, she thinks y'all don't care. I mean, this is me talking. And I mean, I've talked to her a bunch of times, y'all. She thinks that ain't video worthy, Get in the car and go to town. Have Stephen to get in the car and go to town and go in the post office. Be in there talking to all the girls. And hell, y'all be out there just a chatting. Waiting for him to come back. I don't think I could do that, Joe. Grandma has 170,000 people that love her. Yeah, she don't see it. She don't understand it the way we understand it, y'all. See, Grandma, she don't realize she's a rock star. Did you know that? You know, there's people that watch Grandma out there talking and stuff. They say, hell, I can do that. What Grandma's doing ain't no problem. I can do that. Didn't you watch them on video? Everybody ain't got that genuine. And everybody's not a talker, you know. Yep. If Grandma can do it, imagine what they could do if they got on YouTube. You know, and them being so much smarter than them on everything, you know. Imagine what they could do. Good luck. Yeah. I read that there, Diane. Yeah, Grandma is genuinely good, y'all. Tammy is. Tammy might act up a little bit if she gets out that hormone medicine. But I don't pay her no attention, y'all. She'll come in and tell me she's sorry. I said, don't worry about it, girl. Now come in and give me some sugar. I don't get mad at her for something she can't help. I said, don't say nothing. You're going to be coming in here telling me you're going to be sorry you said it and all that. She said, I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to be sorry about this. And here she comes about an hour or two later. I'm sorry. I said, Tammy, I already know that. Don't worry about it. I still love her just as much, you know, as I did before she went Iraq on me. She's about 99% good and genuine. You don't see a whole lot of people like her. I hold Tammy pretty high, you know. White Earth said that when Tammy gets to heaven, I've heard him say it a bunch of times, that her crown's going to be so big, she won't be able to hold her head up. That's probably about as nice a compliment as you can get, you know. Matter of fact, I don't know who loves Tammy the most, me or White Earp. But he loves her. Stephen, Christina, Grandma. He will fight. He will fight to the death. I don't tell him everything. He was wanting to go after one of these YouTubers the other day. I wouldn't tell him who. Jamie said somebody said they wanted to slap me. And he wanted to know who it was, you know. But I know how he is. He ain't somebody that you don't want him to get started. We was down there at his place. And, you know, he's got a camp house on the Altamaha River. There was a woman and her daughter lived down there that we know very good. And they may recollect a minute. Okay, the daughter had a boyfriend. Hey, I mean, the woman got mad at the daughter's boyfriend about something. And that guy went down there and smarted off at White Earp. He smarted off and then left right then. He didn't hang around a minute. And in 5 minutes, I had a madman on my hands. You remember what I told y'all? It takes everybody a minute to get mad. That's what happened to him. That woman wanted him to wanted White Earp to jump on him. And there wasn't much of no problem with that. And I told that woman to quit saying that to him. Quit pumping him up. I said, you don't understand. I said, an ambulance will come pick him up. Quit pumping him up. I mean, I got on that woman's butt now. Because, see, I knew. She was just mad. And I didn't like it all myself too much neither. But I knew what White Earp would do. I didn't seen him. I didn't see what he'd do. More times than once. You know, we was at this mud bog thing, you know. These boys is down there drinking, and White Earp was too. White Earp, like he don't get wild just because he's drinking. He don't get wild. But you don't want to mess with him. And one of the two boys down there where White Earp was down there, they was fussing about one truck outdoing the other and all that. And one of them was real bad mouthy. The one that was with us from Dublin. And when I say with us, he was just with us. We probably had 25 cars with us. And that guy that was from down there swung on the boy from Dublin. Well, the boy that from Dublin, he had a big old mouth on him, but he couldn't back himself up. So White Earp took the fight up for him. They fought 20 minutes. It started right here and wound up the length of a football field from where it started. You couldn't stop him. You couldn't stop him. You couldn't stop White Earp. The boy was trying to run. And finally, 3 people held White Earp down. So that boy could run, and he was a big old boy. But you don't know the grip White Earp's got. He reminds me of that Chuck Liddell. I understand he might not look like no scrapper. But look at here, boy. Don't judge a book by its cover. That was the biggest mess I ever seen down there that night. And, that's what I was trying to tell the woman, Danny, look at Judy's comment. I ain't got nowhere to look at it. It's done going on the TV. It's actually the way White Earp fights is what's so dangerous about him. It's the way he fights. We was at a party one night. It was all of us friends there. And one of the guys, he got crazy and started trying to jump on another buddy, and White Earp went up there and put his arm around him. Okay, William. Jamie told me. White Earp put his arm around him, tried to walk him off, and he walked off a few steps and then turned around and knocked White Earp, which was a bad mistake, son. That's what I was trying to tell the woman down there. You don't understand. White Earp put him in the hospital. Was that Tammy? Oh, Grandma's at church right now. Grandma don't usually get on about 7:30. Y'all get me? That's what I was trying to tell the woman. You don't understand. He's like he won't stop. He will not stop. And you can't stop him. somebody weighed, you know, when I was talking about the mud bog fight, somebody that weighed about 300 pounds laid down on him, and two more too, so the other boy could take off running. And I mean, it wasn't no little old boy neither. I told Ryder, I said, that boy ain't never had his butt whipped in his life. And he's like that about Tammy, y'all. He's like that about me. There's some boys aggravating at work. And they didn't know. They was kind of tag teaming her. And she was telling me about it over here, you know, White up here. He was listening to Tammy. He didn't say a word, y'all. He went and looked all three of them up. Never said a word. When them men got back to work, they was born again Christians. That was the end of that, gonna pick on Tammy. I mean, they was just aggravating her. I always said, John, those people you mess with and those people you don't mess with. William, White Earp don't lose his head. William will lose his head. William's dangerous if he gets mad, but like hit William a snap. He don't even know what he's doing. And William's like 6'5", man. He ain't no little boy. Somebody one time was doing something to Kathy. And he heard it. I don't remember who it was. Oh, yeah, I do remember who it was. He was wanting to go down there. I wouldn't tell him where she lived, 'cause I know he'll do it. His family is like that. All his uncles and everything. They was all like real rough, no nonsense. Y'all seen families like that before? Yeah, he was gonna go. I guarantee you he was gonna go. He don't sit there and just talk, y'all. Kinda a lot like me, you know? William one time, William was at school and he went crazy. They ran in the classroom, and William is ungodly strong. They ran in there, locked the door, and he turned the doorknob so hard it broke the lock. And he went in there, like he's real. If you don't never hardly see him like that. I've never seen him like that but one time, but I know about him. But he don't even know what he's doing. Well, Dirk does. William don't. He just loses completely, completely. I seen him like that one time. They realized they done pushed William too far. I think it was 3 boys. He was picking up desks, throwing it at them. They was trying to run from him. Hell, he just went crazy. All right, Jenny Jane. Y'all maybe Tammy will be better tomorrow. She was talking about what she felt like. She don't know that I felt the same way, I didn't tell her. She was talking about the swimmy head. I had it too. I didn't know. She don't know it until right now, that I felt like that too. You won't hear me complaining too much, y'all.
How long it took. Grandma could be on anywhere between 7 and 7:30.
Well, Grandma won't. She'll wait kind of close to dark then. No, I need to. Let's see. I had a video I was going to show y'all. It wasn't an Epstein video. It's something on our channel. Oh, yeah, and I did tell y'all about these long videos, y'all, that I do. It won't be every one, but it'll be some videos that, I'll take and edited it down. I've actually done quite a few, If, what I was saying, if you don't want to, if you want to watch one of my videos like I'm doing live, you might not want to wait too long because I'll edit it down as soon as YouTube will do it, That video has to, even after it's processed, don't mean you can still do it. You have to wait a little while before you can edit it down. But I'll be shortening some of these videos up. I won't do this in a day. YouTube got mad at me about deleting videos. They don't like you to do that, you know. They do not like you deleting videos. Yeah, sure do, Tammy. This wasn't what I was going to show y'all, but I can't remember what I was going to show y'all. I think I was going to show y'all how good Grandma and Tammy's video was. It might have been. You know, you can go look at the stats on it like I was going to show y'all. But the videos that Grandma and Tammy's doing, they are getting stronger and stronger. I don't necessarily mean more views. I'm talking about the average view duration. That's what matters. You know, the birdhouse I was going to make. That's a video there that I didn't never upload, y'all. I just made it just to do this right here. Hey, y'all, I don't know why, but I hanged around with rough men. Or they hung around with me. You know, the men among men. A man that won't lie to you. You know, I told Tammy, you know, if anything ever happened to me, you know, no ass wide up. I think he's pretty level-headed. I was gonna make him a YouTube channel, y'all, and he never, I guess, never got around to it. He's like me. He'll think about what he's going to say. He don't just mouth off. He'll actually take a second, think about what he's saying, or what he's going to say. I don't, people that just talk, they just saying what sounds good, making up stuff as they go. I can't stand that. I cannot stand that. And when somebody's doing that, I know it. Because I'm sitting there listening. Hey, you think I'm going to get out of here? Kind of getting a headache. You know, a little bit. I wanted to get on here and do something other. Since Tammy ain't doing nothing. But a lot of times when I do them videos at night, it kind of lets her off the hook, and issue a deep, thoroughbred man heart. Hey, thank you, Judy. Real men. I wish I had known more of them. Some more in our family. You don't see a whole lot of real men that'll tell you the truth. That won't let nobody talk you down behind your back. I've stood up for quite a few people, y'all. One of the girls that stood by my side, she was real nervous. She had been burnt with cigarettes. On her private. Why would somebody get pleasure out of that, y'all? She drank, but like she wasn't drunk, but she drank. Nervous. Or three people talking about her. I put a stop to that shit right then. been lied to her whole life. She wasn't my girlfriend or nothing like that. She was a friend, though. Thank y'all, everybody. Thank all the silent viewers. Thank everybody. Thank the mods. Thank everybody. Thank yourself, y'all. Y'all don't forget about Grandma tonight. She'll be doing a video later on. And I'll be on here, y'all. You never know when I live will go live. A lot of times it's according to how I feel. And I mean, I don't care if it's 12 o'clock at night or 1 o'clock. Like, time don't matter. And I mean, might not be all that many people, but it ain't all that many people now. So y'all look out. I'll tell you more about the girl. I'll tell y'all more about the girl that got burnt by the cigarettes. I know a lot. A lot. I see y'all. Bye-bye, y'all.